My name is Grace. I'm here today to talk about me having selective mutism and how I am struggling with making friends. Talking in social environments, social situations, how it makes me feel and how it causes me to have bad anxiety. I'll be talking about selective mutism and how it affected me from a young age, and I have been struggling to socialise, mix and talk in social situations, and I have been struggling to make friends. It first started when I was in nursery. My parents noticed that I wasn't interacting with others and I just froze because I was so nervous to talk to people. They just thought I was shy, but they realised later that it was more than that. It was selective mutism, which is a severe social anxiety disorder. During my time at my first primary school, I didn't start speaking to a couple of friends until year 4 and 5. I was also able to answer the register in those years 4 and 5. I didn't speak to teachers and they found it difficult to assess me as I did not communicate with them. I found I was getting left behind and found it difficult to understand the work. Halfway through year 5, I moved primary school. When I moved, I wasn't settling at all. I used to run after my mum in a right state, getting upset and everything. I really struggled to join in and speak to others. When it was break time, I used to be on my own while people were with each other. That made me feel left out. I didn't understand my work. When I found my work difficult, I wasn't able to get help. Once I moved up to comprehensive school, I continued to find it really difficult to make friends and join in with others. I felt like people were talking about me or laughing at me inside. That made me feel really emotional because I really wanted to speak, but no one really understood my issue and the situation that I was in. When people spoke to me, I felt really isolated and felt like I was being judged and pressured to talk. I really felt uncomfortable about that. When I was in form time, I really felt like I was left out with people. We're talking to each other and most of the time I was sat on my own in form, feeling really nervous and anxious. Lessons times were really overwhelming for me because with the position that I was in at school, I sat on my own in class, and when I sat with people I felt so uncomfortable and nervous to talk to them. That didn't change all the way throughout school. I was really classed as the girl that didn't talk, and that made me feel worse to know that. When it got to lunchtime and break, I stood by myself all the time, struggled to fit in. I was really left out at break and felt like I had no one to talk to. I felt alone and I felt like I did not exist at school. Like I was someone that was strange, weird, and at that point I felt like people hated me and I didn't like who I was.